Alright guys, Pterodactyl here, and in this video I'm going to show you how each of the weapons work in Valorant and the best way to control them. So what we're going to look at first is the classic pistol, the default one. The best way to control this, as with most of the pistols, is just to control your clicking speed. Don't click too fast or you will just spam out. And the secondary fire for this one is like a shotgun, and there is no really any way to control the recoil for this secondary fire. Now onto the shorty, which is double barrel shotgun, and for this there is no control. I've got infinite ammo here, but I'm just doing 2 shots, and you can see there is no real difference between the shots. Now onto the frenzy. This is the fully automatic pistol. It's not advisable to use at range at all. It's got quite bad recoil. What you want to do here is either shoot in short bursts, or if you can see, if you click and spray, the recoil goes up and it starts going from side to side. So shooting in bursts, you can see the recoil is really reduced. And to control it in full auto, you need to look at the weapon as it shoots. It will keep tilting from left to right, and then you just need to adjust your aim in the opposite direction to try and keep it to the center. And that's how most of the guns work in the game. Now onto the Ghost, the silenced pistol. This controls pretty much the same as the classic. Just control your clicks to get the best accuracy, and this does not have a secondary fire. Now onto the Sheriff. This is basically the deagle in the game, and you're going to control this pretty much the same way as the classic and the Ghost. Just control your clicks and don't shoot too quickly. Now onto the first SMG here, the Stinger. This does low damage per shot, and it's not accurate at all, but at close range you'll be able to shred through enemies. So at range, if you want to use this as range, you really do need to control your sprays. So to control this going full auto, you need to again look at the weapon. It will slightly tilt to the left or the right, and you just need to adjust your aim in the opposite direction to keep it towards the center. And the alt fire is in burst fire mode, so at range this is what you want to use. Now onto the other SMG, the Spectre. So I find this gun to be more accurate than the Stinger. So if you can choose between the two and you want to get an SMG, I'd recommend getting the Phantom. As you can see, when shooting in bursts, it's a lot more accurate. So that's a good way to shoot it at range if you are going to hip fire. And when you ADS, the crosshair will actually go where your bullets are going to go, as you can see here. So if you can keep your crosshair on your target, you are going to hit them and you are going to do some damage. Now to the first shotgun here, the Bucky. It's a pump action shotgun, and as you can see there is no recoil really to speak of. The secondary fire is a much tighter spread, which you would probably use at range. And I did actually notice that shooting the clear button in this range just doesn't work with a secondary fire. Onto the automatic shotgun, the Judge. This does have recoil, and it does operate similar to the other automatic weapons in the game, where it does tilt from left to right. So you can try and keep an eye out for that, but really you're going to use this at point blank range, so you shouldn't really need to adjust it that much. Now onto the Bulldog, the first and cheapest assault rifle. It's not as good as the other assault rifles in the game, so only use this if you have to. I'd recommend using the Vandal or the Phantom over this. It's fully auto, so you can control it again to get much better accuracy, and when you ADS, it does switch to a burst fire mode, and that's going to be your best option at range. Now onto the, we'll say the DMR of the game. This is the Guardian, and this gun can be very devastating. You control this similar to how you control the pistols. Just control your taps, don't shoot too much. What I'd recommend when using this weapon is to just double tap your shots, because as you can see here, it's very accurate for both bullets. Now we're onto the Phantom, which is the silenced assault rifle. And as you can see here, just pretty much like the SMGs, the recoil will go up, and then it will start veering from side to side. So to control this, it's again, it's like the other rifles in the game. You just need to either burst fire for long ranges or get used to moving your mouse to counter the direction that the gun is taking you. So just look, as you can see on the screen now, the gun is moving from left to right. So just counter that and you'll be fine. Now onto the Vandal. This is pretty much the AK from CS, and it operates pretty much the same way as the Phantom, but it does have a higher recoil. But due to this, it does more damage. So with this gun, you can actually get a one shot. At range, I think it's best to shoot in 3-shot bursts. So this gun will be a very strong gun to use. So I'd recommend putting in quite a bit of practice for this one. The first of the 2 sniper rifles in the game, this is the Marshall, which is the light sniper rifle. Now the interesting thing about this is that if you notice, the crosshair isn't that loose, it's quite tight, and hip fire in it is pretty accurate. It may not get you a direct headshot, but it's pretty accurate. And quick scoping is not really a thing in this game. You need to actually get the scope on your screen with the red dot. If you can get your timing down perfect, then you will be able to pretty much quick scope. But it's going to take a little bit of practice to get that right. One thing to note is that the gun actually gets its next shot ready quicker from hip firing versus scoped up. Now this is the Operator, which is the AWP, the Beast sniper rifle. You can see it's not accurate at all when hip firing, so you will need to scope up to actually get your targets. But look at the amount of damage you can get on a headshot. That is a one-hit kill. Now onto the Ares, the cheapest machine gun. So this gun, when you start firing, it actually starts shooting faster and faster. As you can see from the recoil, is absolutely insane. So one thing to note is when you ADS, it will shoot at its highest rate of fire straight away. It won't require like a little bit of build-up time than it does when shooting from the hip. Now the Odin, the Beast machine gun, and this fires a hell of a lot of bullets at a really fast rate. If you control this gun, then you will shred people to pieces. But as you can see from the recoil, it's going to be very hard to control. You're going to need to keep your mouse being pulled down and counter the weapon sway of where it goes from left to right. As you start shooting it, it does actually slightly increase the rate of fire as well. So it will be very beneficial if you're going to use this weapon if you can really control it. But as you can see here, I'm trying to control it, but it's not going to be that good for long range at all. So I hope this video helps you guys out in controlling recoil on the weapons in Valorant. If the recoil does change in the future, I will post another video detailing those changes, so you guys can get the most information you can to improve your game. So if this video helps you out, give us a like, subscribe for more videos, and I'll see you later. Cheers.